Hi, and welcome to the second episode of Money Talks. My name is Tanisha Drummond, HUD certified reverse mortgage, housing, and financial counselor with Homeport. Today, we are here to talk about how to maximize your 2023 tax return. The average tax return in 2020 was $3,745, which was up 3% from 2019. Additionally, 76% of taxpayers received a return in 2020, which was up 1% from the previous year. The IRS estimates that there are over 7.5 million taxpayers that do not file the necessary tax returns each year. Can you imagine out of all of those people, how many might actually receive a return? So let's get into the meat and potatoes as to why we're here today. How can you better position yourself financially for this coming year using your tax return? Just like any other tax season, you want to consider who is preparing your taxes. Depending upon who you select, this can result in yourself paying no fees, minimal fees, or astronomical fees that could borderline predatory. The IRS offers two programs free of charge to taxpayers if they meet certain criteria. The first program, which is VITA, stands for Voluntary Income Tax Assistance Program. Individuals who qualify for that program would need to make under $60,000 per year, have a disability, or speak limited English to qualify. In addition, they have the TCE program, which is Tax Counseling for the Elderly. That program is going to be geared towards individuals that are 60 or older, and they'll be more specific about talking about pensions and retirements when preparing taxes for that population. Some individuals may not feel comfortable with doing their own taxes, and that's okay too. You can always go to a reputable tax preparer who is certified to perform those services. With tax preparers, please be mindful of the fact that they do sometimes charge per hour, per item, or per form. Make sure that you are aware of what those fees are, and please do not be tempted into getting your money back a little sooner with some of those offers of rapid refunds. Fees associated with the rapid refunds could diminish your tax return by a substantial amount just because you decided to get it back a few days sooner than what you would if you would go the traditional means. Some taxpayers have returns that are far beyond the realm of a tax preparer or preparing the taxes on their own, so they may need to seek the services of a certified public accountant. Please be mindful that because of their level of expertise, their fees are going to mirror that expertise. So be prepared to pay a little bit more than what you would for your average tax preparer service. So now let's talk about tip number 2, and that's to pay yourself first. When you receive your tax return, try to take at least 10% and at least start a savings account or an emergency fund to better position yourself for any unforeseen circumstances that may occur during this year. All right, so tip number 3, how can you better position yourself financially? How can you reduce some debt? So let's talk about maybe your car insurance policy, paying that up for the next 6 months. Or if you're a renter or a homeowner, paying your rent up for a few extra months or your mortgage for a few extra months. Additionally, you can inject some of your return into paying down credit card debt, paying some of the interest on your student loans. If you don't have life insurance, maybe buying yourself a life insurance policy. These are just a few ways that, again, you could set yourself on a trajectory to financial freedom by just strategically placing dollars in other places that you might not normally think of. And lastly, I want you to treat yourself. You probably were thinking the whole time, Tanisha, I don't want to spend my entire tax return on eliminating debt or putting it into emergency funds. But let me tell you, I know that when you're working hard to reach your financial goals, sometimes it can get stressful. So yes, do take the time to treat yourself and just be mindful of not breaking the bank when doing so. So, key takeaways from today's conversations. Be mindful of who's preparing your taxes and what those fees are, as they could affect how much you receive back in your total tax return. Also, make sure you pay yourself first. Next, eliminate debt or pay some bills ahead if you don't have any debt, just to allow yourself some breathing room throughout the year. And lastly, again, treat yourself to something nice for all of that hard work. I want to thank you again for being here with me today. If you would like more information on the VITA program or the TCE program, please visit irs.treasury.gov and place your zip code in the zip code field to find places in your area that can prepare your taxes if you meet the criteria outlined. You can also give them a call at 800-906-9887. The VITA program does have highly vetted tax volunteers to prepare your taxes for you. Please remember the last day to file your taxes for the 2023 season is April 18th. If you need help raising your credit score, securing a financial action plan, or simply creating a budget, please give one of our Homeport counselors a call at 614-221-8889 or visit us at www.homeportlearning.org for more information on all that we offer. You could have been anywhere today, but you chose to be here with me. Until next time, thank you and have a wonderful day.